Yeah, I have checked it, but today it's an interesting topic, so I don't want to disturb. Maybe your papers are checked, the marks are compiled. Just I will show you, or I will share the marks, and then whosoever have doubt can discuss their sheet. Anyways, because the answers are clear, right? Okay. So we have just discussed the Gram-Schmidt orthonormalization procedure. So let's take an example, and I would give you some time to solve it first. So what some person come across that 0 0 will be mapped with this pulse. So I will transmit for how many seconds? 2 seconds or 2 units of seconds, it can be milliseconds or whatever, 2 units of second, and I will transmit 0 0 as something like this, that my pulse will take +1 volt or +1 unit of amplitude in amplitude for 1 unit of time, and for another unit of time it will be 0. ठीक है, 0 1 will be mapped with something like this. That for 0 to 1 unit of time it will be 0, and for another next unit of time it will be 1 unit in amplitude. One 0 I map like this, that for all the 2 unit of time which I am using for the communication, the amplitude will be -1 by √2 unit in amplitude. So this is my P3T. You can write it in maths form also. So what will be the mathematical definition or the representation of P1T? 1 when your T is between 0 to 1, and when T is greater than 1 it is something like that, right? This is our P1T. Similarly, you can do for P23, P3T and P43. So I am using geometrical definition of P1, P2, P3T. So my P3, P4T is something like that, which is I use to map my 1 1 bit. So this is the bits 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 1 by √2 in amplitude, and for all the time 2 unit of time I am sending this pulse. So your task is to find out the basis, orthonormal basis, which is used to represent all of these P1, P2, P3, P4. Go ahead. So this is the general step which I have shown to you, and these are the waveforms, set of waveforms P1, 2, P2T, P3T, P4T, which you would provide input to your algorithm, and this will be your assignment also, to write Python code for Gram-Schmidt procedure, where I can give any number of waveforms and it should produce the orthonormal basis. First do it here. I hope some of you would be able to solve it. P1t, you can write P2t as this. P4t क्या है आपका? What is your P4t? Your P4t is 1 by root 2 for t. So what would be your first step? What would be your first step? Am I audible? So go ahead. So what you have to do, your phi 1t will be scaled version of P1t, right? Yes or no? So first what you have to do, your phi 1t, your first orthonormal basis will be same as your P1 scaled version of your P1t. So what is the energy of P1t? क्या है बताओ? P1 square t dt 0 to t is 2 in our case, but P1t is bifurcated or defined for two different intervals, two sub intervals. So you have to also subdivide your yes or no. So P1t for 0 to 1 is 1 and for 1 to 2 is 0. So here this will become 0 and the first term 0 to 1 P1t is 1. So the answer would be yes, yes or no. So phi 1t is same as your P1t, which is from t is equal to 0 to 1, this is 1. Yes. So this is your phi 1t, step 1. Next, what would be your step 2, or you can call it step 0 also, because you are not projecting anywhere. So anyway, step 2. Now you have one basis function in your disposal. So you have to find out what is the amount of P2t over the phi 1t. We call it phi 2 tilde t, and our phi 2t would be the scaled version of the. Yes or no? Please do it. If I have not defined this, though I have done, I think you can. Inner product, this is also called inner product of two functions of two waveforms or two signals which are defined over 0 to t or whatever is the duration t1 to t2. So, over that duration you have to integrate. So, this is the inner product. अब बताओ चलो solve it. Please solve this, take 2 minutes. Gulshan has phi 1 t correctly given phi 1 t. So, first what is your P2T, same as P1T, then you have to first find out this term, which is inner product of P2T with phi 1T or projection of P2T over phi 1T, the magnitude of the projection. Actually this complete thing is projection. So, okay, your P2T is, so let us multiply there is nothing, this is 0, right? So, luckily or not luckily, I mean coincidentally it is 0, it means P2T has no projection over P1T. If you multiply these two, right, what would happen? 0, the product of these two will be 0, therefore, I have written as 0. So, our phi 2 tilde t is same as your P2T. So, your orthonormal basis would be scaled version of P2T, because it must be, you have to just scale it by this. So, if you try to find out energy of P2T, it will be 1, just do it, it will be 1, and therefore, phi 2T would be same as your P2T. Now, you have phi 1T as well as phi 2T. Let me see who has answered it. Very good, Gulshan has answered it. Shudha, no, just check your phi 2T and P1T, phi is 0. So, just check it, check your calculations, right. So, Gulshan is right. Let's next. Now, you have two orthonormal bases with you, phi 1T and phi 2T. So, now your job is to first find the projection of your waveform over phi 1 t and over phi 2 t. You call it phi t tilde t, and the orthonormal basis will be scaled version of energy of, just scale it. So, you need to find out this and this first. So, we have phi 1 t as p 1 t, which is same as this, and phi 2 t is p 2 t, which is same as this. And p 3 t go back is this. So, let us try to first evaluate this term, inner product of p 3 t with phi 1 t, which is p 3 t phi 1 t dt, and the units will be from 0 to 2, right, because you are using 2 unit of time for communication for our purpose actually. So, okay. As you can see, phi 1 t is only 1 from 0 to 1, rest it is 0. So, from 0 to 1, if you multiply this quantity with something like this, you will have this. ठीक है ना? So, you have to see your p 3 t between 0 to 1, and it is minus 1 by root 2. So, between 0 to 1 p 3 t is minus 1 by root 2. So, minus 1 by root 2 t 0 to 1, which is equal to minus 1 by root 2. Please correct me if I am wrong. Similarly, we need to find out scalar product or the inner product of p 3 t, inner product is a better term, p 3 t with phi 2 t. So, you have to multiply p 3 t with phi 2 t between 0 to 2, but as we can see that phi 2 t is 1 from 1 to t, for the rest it is 0. So, you can put 0 to, sorry, my bad, 1 to 2 equal to p 3 t dt. Now, from 1 to 2 your p 3 t, from 1 to 2, sorry, from 1 to 2 your p 3 t is minus 1 by root 2. So, 1 by root 2, 1 to 2, which is also same as minus 1 by root 2. So, inner product of p 3 t, this is p 3 t with phi 2 t is also. So, this quantity is minus 1 by root 2, and this quantity is also equal to minus 1 by root 2, right. So, your phi 3 tilde t is your p 3 t subtracted with minus 1 by root 2 over p 1 t or phi 1 t minus of minus 1 by root 2 of p 2 t, right. Right. So, if you can just write p 3 t, what is your p 3 t? It is minus 1 by root 2 for t is equal to 0 to 2, and p 1 t. So, this whole term, or just do one thing, we can do this geometrically also, you can solve it. draw everything and see what happens. Okay, it's become very good. Yeah. So, what is your P3T? Your P3T is this. And your P1T is this, or you are scaling it by 1 by root 2, and this term P2T is this. So, if you sum them, it will be this. Yes. Now, you scale it, it will be 1 by root 2, right. So, and then you sum these two, you will have 0, right. So, phi 3 tilde t is 0. It means there is no third orthonormal basis. Means P3T can be, it means, what does it means? It means P3T can be represented using previous phi 1t and phi 2t. There is no, it means what I told you, that this is your P3T, you have to project it over phi 1t and phi 2t, if this is the space. But if P3T already lies in this space, there is no projection, right, there is no projection. So, this is what it means, what we have got mathematically there, that you do not need any other orthonormal basis to represent P3. So, there is no, so phi 3t is 0. Similarly, you have to do for phi 4t, and you will see that phi 4 3 is also 0. Similarly, you can do that. It means P1t, P2t, P3t, P4t, we need only phi 1t, phi 2t, where phi 1t is equal to P1t and P2t. Means all the 4 waveforms can be represented using only P1t and P2t. I think you should also go to P4, because maybe P4 can be, you understood my point. P3 can be represented using phi 1 and phi 2, that I understood. Here this is your phi 1t, your phi 2t, and your P3t lies in this space only. So, there is no projection, but P4t can lie in that, right. So, there can be one more basis which is required in order to represent P4t. You understood my point? Yeah. Yeah. So, now you can represent P1t, P2t, P3 and P4 in terms of orthonormal basis, which you have achieved. So, P1t is phi 1 phi 1t plus 0 phi 2t. Yes or no? See, from here you have now got this, that you need these two bases, right? Yes or no? Batao bhai. So, now your idea is how to represent P1t, P2t. So, that you can do from here. Actually, these projections actually tell you. Okay, I will just tell you. So, P1t is phi 1t. What is P2t? Don't you think that P2t is this? Which we just solved, right? देखो, when you have evaluated phi 2t, actually what you did, we have evaluated this, right, that P2t is this much of phi 1t, this much of phi 1t plus, बताओ, whatever you get after subtraction. Okay, so if it is a, okay, so up to this point, is it clear or not that P2t is this, we have actually this quantity we have already evaluated when we evaluated this everything. क्या होगा बताओ, ये क्या है, okay, P2t is equal to, okay, okay, so let's this energy of phi 2t, okay, how should I, ठीक है, देखो, just look at this, you will understand. While you were deriving this, your P2t is same as now we are reverse tracking plus phi 2 tilde t is energy of phi 2 tilde t into phi 2, yes or no, बोलो, please let me know, sorry, see, first we have got phi 1t and phi 2t, that how many minimum bases are required, right. Please let me know if I am not audible. Am I audible, Abhishek? 2 bases are required, but अभी उनको represent भी तो करना पड़ेगा. Now you need this mapping, right? Now we have said that we need 2 bases, phi 1t is equal to P 1t and phi 2t is equal to P 2t. Okay. So this was your P 1t, this was your P 2t, this was your P 3t and P 4, right? But P 3 and P 4 you need in terms of phi 1 and phi 2, then only you can design this, yes or no? So that is what I am doing, that again you have to write this. So P 2t is 0 phi 1t and 1 phi 2t. So 0 0 will be mapped with P 1t is 1 0 0. These are the bits and these are the values, right? These are the values 1 of phi 1t multiplied with 0. So these are the bits, logical bits, and those are the values, actual real values, है ना? So don't confuse this with this. Understood my point? ये 1 by root 2 भी हो सकता था, but they cannot be any other thing, 0 and 1. अभी बताओ P3t, how would you map your P3t? Look at this. P3t is, just take it here, projection of P3 over phi 1t plus, just remember like this. Now you want to represent P3t. So you want to know what is the projection of P3t over phi 1t, projection of P3t over phi 2t, and the rest, right? This is what we have done. Yes or no? So, since there are only two bases, what you have to do? You have to write P3T का प्रोजेक्शन ओवर P1T, ये आपने सारा कुछ किया हुआ है. When you go to this procedures, just you have to check all of the quantity you have with you. This you have with you, this you have with you. Okay? So, there is no need to calculate again. You understood my point? You have this, right? So, just you can write, maybe there was some other way to do this, but I find this better. So, this you have the quantity you have already evaluated minus 1 by root 2, right? Yes. So, now you can say this is minus 1 by root 2 and minus. So, in order to transmit 1 0, what you have to transmit it? Minus 1 by root 2 of phi 1 t and minus 1 by root 2 of phi 2 t. You understood? Now, you want to write phi 4 t, you need to do this. Just how many bases you have got, you have to just find out the projections. This quantity you evaluate, we have not evaluated, but it will be, I think, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. Please do it. Gulshan, please verify, because our P4 is like this, P3 was like this. So, yeah, just solve it and you will say, you will see that P43 is this. So, once you have minimal number of bases, you can do that. P43 is this. So, this mapping you have to create at your transmitter end. So, this will become your transmitter. ठीक है? Please let me know if you have any doubt. Please do it by yourself, take 5-10 minutes and let me know if you have any doubt. Abhishek, do you have any doubt? Yeah, ठीक है. I think all of you are following and appreciating how beautifully you can now represent 4 waveforms. So, one thing I told you, as you can see here, you are all the time dividing by energy, right? So, of course, if energy of any of the waveform, so energy of all of these waveform must be finite. So, orthonormal basis, this Gram-Schmidt procedure works for the input waveform, set of input waveforms which have finite energy. So, this is why I left that previously, that we will see if energy of P1T was I mean infinite, then phi 1 t will become 0, right? You cannot further go, phi 1 t is 0 ho gaya, right? So, if any of the waveform is so it works over the set of finite energy waveforms. Of course, तुम waveform use कर रहे हो, so it must be of finite energy. Anyways, so mathematically, to be more precise, we write that we have a set of finite energy waveforms and we are applying Gram-Schmidt procedure over it. So, you will get the orthonormal basis waveforms or orthonormal basis functions. ठीक है? So, let us try to give one example to you, so that one more example. 1 minute. So, let us our first waveform is this, and I am mapping either 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 to it. The second waveform is this. The T is the total duration of communication. So, for T by 3 of the time I am sending this, for 3 by 2 I am sending this. This is my P2T. What is my P3T is something like this. It's flat. So, T by 3 to T by 3. And one more waveform. Okay, let's take it something like this, that T. Yeah, so this is your P4T. Now apply Gram-Schmidt procedure to it. Is it clear? The question is clear, right? Hello? Okay, so the question is clear to all of you, that we have 4 different waveforms and all of them are finite energy. So, you can of course apply a Gram-Schmidt procedure to it. So, please do it. So, take 10 minutes, try to solve it. So how many of you have solved it? Raise your hand. I believe at least Gulshan. Okay. Okay, small part then. Okay. Abhishek, have you solved it? So, how many orthonormal basis functions are required to represent P1t up to P4t of this example? A 2, B 3, C 1, D none, or 4. How many of you says A? How many of you believe it is 2, 3, 4, 5? Can it be 5? There are 4 waveforms, so can it be more than 4? Okay. Okay, how many of you says 1 or 2? Okay, 2. Abhishek, what is your answer? I am not asking exact waveforms, just the number. How many? What is the cardinality? We also call it cardinality. Cardinality of the basis. क्या होगा बताओ? सेट की क्या होगी? So how many is 5 1 2 up to how many points will be here? बताओ, please tell. Should I lock it to 2? अभिषेक ने 2 बोल दिया. ओके, रेस्ट 2 2 2 फॉलोइंग दी हर्ड. एक ने 2 बोला तो सबको 2 बोलना, ऐसा है क्या? ओके, आई कैन गिव okay Abhishek, so what is your, this is your phi 1t and this is your phi 2t, some with some this, am I right Abhishek? Am I right? Some k1 k2 which I have not given, is it right? Is this the answer? Bharat says 4. I am waiting for Gulshan to answer. Okay, okay, great. So if you just follow whatever we have discussed, let me see whether I have okay 4 सही लग रहा है, t/3, then this and this can be used to tell everything about this. I think 3 must be the answer, I think so, because this is phi 1t with some scaled version, and then this is orthogonal to this already. So, some scaled version of this and this can be used to tell everything about this, and then one more will be needed to tell about this. So, I think the answer should be 3. See the intuition how I answered this question. This is your P1T, right? So, what would happen? Of course, your phi 1T would be a scaled version of this, correct? So, I call it K1, that is scale, and what is the value of this scaled version? You have to just energy of P1T 1 upon square, correct? This is your P1T. What is the definition of phi 1T? Phi 1T is P1T divided by energy of P1T square, ठीक है? This you can call it as this is your P11. Yes or no? You can call it P11 because P1T is P11T, phi 1T. ये clear है अभिषेक? Why I am calling it P11? If you just go back, what was P11? P11 is okay. If you remember that I told you that we will write P1T as P11 phi 1T plus P1 P21 phi 2T plus and so on, right? So, you can see that it is P11, P1T is P11 phi 1T, right? So, you can also write square root of energy of P1T as P11, ठीक है? Just I am trying to simplify more so that it is easier for you all. Next क्या होगा? अब हमको चाहिए phi 2T, ठीक है? So मैं क्या करता हूँ, by my observation I will take this as the second one. Reason क्या है बताओ? If you see projection of this over this is 0, meaning that if you just multiply or take the inner product, it will be 0, right? Because 0 2/3 ये 1 है, but ये 0 है, but this is 0. You understood my point? So, if I take this as second waveform, it will be easier for me. So, I can say that phi 2 tilde t is, because nobody can stop me which one is 1 2 3 4, right? आप यहाँ भी ले सकते हो, but I am just taking this. phi 2 tilde t क्या होगा बताओ? P2t minus projection of or the inner product of P2t first over phi 1t and phi 1t. So, इसको आप क्या बोलोगे? P2 सॉरी ये आपका P12 ही तो है, एनीवेज दिस इज योर ये जीरो है कि नहीं? इज दिस जीरो? चलो पहले बताओ ये जीरो है कि नहीं? इज दिस जीरो और नॉट? हाँ ये बेटा phi 1 है, जीरो है. सो phi 2 tilde is same as p2t, and next you have to get your phi 2t as just scale it, right? Yes or no? So, as you can see, your phi 2t is same as this waveform scaled version of this, correct? Yes or no? Please ask if you have any doubt. Okay, अभी इसमें confusion हो गया होगा कि ये P2 है तो ये P3. Okay, so just take this as P2. ठीक है, अभी ठीक है. Now that doubt will be gone. See, you have a set of waveform, 4 waveform. You have to use them in order to get the orthonormal basis. So, I am using this way. So, it is easier for me because I know that this has no projection over this phi 1t. So, it will, I already know that this will be 0, है ना? So, I have phi 2t now, which is this. So, you can draw it t by 3 say 2 3 by 2. Please ask if you have any doubt. 1 by root 2 multiplied, I mean there should be some scaled version, right? So, you got what is the energy of this? Energy of phi 2 tilde t is same as energy of phi 2 t, and I think एनर्जी इसकी होगी 1 by 2 इंटू, एनर्जी क्या होगी इसकी मुझे बताओ. आप ऐसा करो सबकी एनर्जी लिख लो यहाँ पर. इसकी एनर्जी क्या है? t by 3 इसकी एनर्जी क्या है? 1 by 2 into t by 3. Just apply the formula and evaluate. 1 by 2 into 2t by 3, 1 by 3 into t. Just let me know if there is something wrong. So, energy of this सब लिख लो पहले आप. इसको आप क्या बोलोगे? P11, ये क्या है? P फिर कंफ्यूज. चलो ठीक है, एनर्जी आप इसकी लिख लो. जस्ट राइट द एनर्जी ऑफ ईच. 3 इसकी ज़्यादा कैसे है? देखो इसकी एनर्जी क्या है? व्हाट इज द एनर्जी ऑफ दिस? इफ दिस इज द केस आई वुड टेक इट एज 1 so that I can make all them. I want just all of it is same energy. Energy इसकी क्या है? 1 by 2 into t by 3. Okay, so make it as 1. So now the energy of this is also 1 by 2. So first you have to evaluate energy of every P1t, P2t, P34. तो ठीक है, अभी बताओ phi 1t क्या होगा? P1t डिवाइड बाई इट्स एनर्जी. ठीक है, जो कि क्या है? व्हाट इज द P1t? t by 3. सो यू हैव टू वॉट एवर इज दिस स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 3 by t. phi 1t मिल गया. नाउ व्हाट इज योर phi 2t? phi 2t is your P2t divided by its energy. Its energy is also 3 by 3. So square root of. अभी क्लियर है यहाँ तक? प्लीज लेट मी नो इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट. phi1t and phi2t में कोई प्रॉब्लम है? डू यू हैव एनी प्रॉब्लम इन इवेल्युएटिंग phi1t एंड phi2t? अभिषेक बोलो भाई। अब मुझे बताओ, लेट्स इवेल्युएट दिस। You have P3T, now you have to find out the scalar product of P3T with the previously known basis, orthonormal basis, which you have just evaluated. Minus of P3T with, yes or no? So, if you can see here, ये एनर्जी है ना, डोंट कंफ्यूज इट विथ एनर्जी ऑफ P3T, एनर्जी ऑफ P2, I have just scaled it so that energy of all waveforms are equal and it makes sense also, right? आपको 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 भेजना है तो you will use equal energy, right? Anyways, so for all the waveform, so ये हो गया। कर सकते हैं, आई मीन यू कैन यूज डिफरेंट एनर्जी ऑल्सो, बट ठीक है, यहाँ तक हो गया। नाउ नेक्स्ट क्या करोगे बताओ? व्हाट इज योर P3T? दिस यू हैव टू फर्स्ट फाइंड आउट इनर प्रोडक्ट ऑफ P3T विद दिस, सॉरी विद द phi1t एंड phi2t। सही है कि नहीं? तो क्या आ रहा है ये क्वांटिटी? ओके, सो आपको क्या करना है? दिस इज योर P3T, वन बाई रूट टू, राइट? एंड योर phi1t is this, and your phi2t is this. ये क्लियर है? हाँ, क्या हुआ अभिषेक? नो नो, अभी करने दो। ये phi1t है, ये phi2t है। इज दिस क्लियर? मैंने कुछ गलत किया क्या? प्लीज लेट मी नो। या सही है। सो फर्स्ट यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट इनर प्रोडक्ट ऑफ दिस विद दिस। इनर प्रोडक्ट का मतलब मल्टीप्लाई दिस टू एन इंटीग्रेट, राइट? तो क्या होगा? कुछ गलत हो गया है क्या? प्लीज लेट मी नो। नो नो नो, P1T and P2T का है मैग्नीट्यूड। नाउ यू हैव स्केल्ड इट अकॉर्डिंगली, दिस वन, राइट? दिस वन, प्लीज चेक, कोई बात नहीं। आप लोग जब खुद से करोगे तो दैट थिंग्स विल बी क्लियर। तो अभी क्या होगा वैल्यू? आई थिंक 1/√6 इंटू टी, रूट टी, सॉरी, राइट? And the similar I think would happen to this, because it means your P3T has this much amount for phi1t, this much of phi2t, and the rest is whatever rest is at here, right? So phi 3 t will be phi 3 tilde t divided by energy of phi 3 tilde t. So, abhi just subtract it. Root t by 6 of phi 1 t, root t by 6 of phi 2 t. So, this is your two t by 3, this is your 1 by root 2, this is your p 3 t, and your aim is to subtract it with this root t by 6 of this. So, if you multiply this and this, you will have you will have square root of 1 by 2 and t by 3. ये क्या हो गया? This is your first term. The second term is t by 3. So, you are subtracting this quantity with this. So, minus minus, so I am just summating it here. So, I think it is 1 by root 2. Please let me know if I am wrong somewhere, right. So, what you will have? You will have this, and it makes sense also, right. See, you have already a waveform between 0 to t by 3, you have a waveform between t by 3 to 2 by 3. Now, you do not have anything between 2, no, it's my bad. P 3 t is from 0 to 2 3 by 2. I think it must be 0 then, yeah, 0. So, the answer is 0. So, as you can see that why do not we have why phi 3 t is 0, tell me. Because phi 1 t and phi 2 t collectively can represent p 3 t, right. So, you can write your p 3 t as, you can write it like this is 0. So, you can write your p 3 t as 1 by root 2 of phi 1 t plus 1 by root 2 of phi 2. So, there is no need to, and you can see also from here, it is very, I mean if you just look at these two, this you have, this you have, just weight, I mean first normalize it, then weight it, normalize it and weight it according to this, you will definitely get this, right. Yes, Abhishek, yes or no? So, that is what you are getting. I mean geometrically the things are clear, but the Gram-Schmidt procedure gives you the same thing. Now, you have this P 4 t, as you can see. Now, you have to apply the same thing here, and this will also answer your question that whether we should stop as soon as I get 0. The answer is no, because as you can see here, you have two orthonormal yet orthonormal bases. So, project it, right. So, just do it. What is this value? Please evaluate and tell me. This is your P 4 t, this is your phi 1 t, and this is your phi 2 t. So, I am just drawing it here. Your P 4 t is something like this. And phi 1 t and phi 2 t, 1 second, 0 to t by 3, something wrong, yeah, 0 t होना चाहिए. So, it is 0 to t, 0 to t by 3, t by 3 to 2 t by 3, this is your phi 1 t, this is your phi 2 t, and root 3 by 2, root 3 by 2. ठीक है यहाँ तक. Is it clear till here? So I am just evaluating this. So this is our P4T. I am multiplying and integrating. So I will get 1 by root 3 into root 3 by 2 into t by 3. Please let me know if you have any doubt in this. I hope I am correct, and if there is some mistake, calculation mistake, please let me know. P4T and this inner product, if you do it, 1 by root 3 root of 3 by 2 multiplied with t by 3, and you will have. I am just integrating whatever is the definition of inner product. So I am doing that. So root 2 by 3. Yes or no? So root t by 3, yes. So what I am getting here, the P4T is still same. Please do it, you will know. Now this is your first term, you have to multiply. This is your first term, right? Root 3 by 3 root t divided by 3 phi 1 t. So this is 1 over square root of 3. So you will have something like this. So this is the first term. The second term is this. Right. So the subtract, if you subtract it, you will get this. So this is your phi 3 tilde. Yes or no? So once you have it, you can find out its energy. What is the energy? Energy of phi 3 tilde t. Yes, 2 t by 3. Yes, yes. I think this, right? Please let me know if I am making any mistake. So energy of phi 3 tilde t. So now your phi 3 क्यों बोल रहा हूँ, because इधर पे ये 0 था. So now I am calling it phi 3 t, otherwise I would call it phi 4 t. Is it clear? Is it okay? See, Abhishek, I am just calling it phi 3 t because it was 0, right? There was no third basis. So now the next basis will become third basis. Understood my point? You can call it phi 4 t, no problem, but it does not mean there are 4 bases. That's it. So now your phi 3 t will become your phi 3 tilde t divided by square root of its energy. So square root of energy means square root of t by 3. हाँ, phi 4 बोल सकते हैं, but then it will become confusing. It might confuse you that. So this is the third basis. You can call it third basis. That's it. So the third basis is from 2 3 by 2 to t, and this is I think you have to square root of 3 by, yeah. So this is your phi 3 t. So now you can write your P4 t as, what is the projection? This is root t by 3 phi 1 t plus root t by 3 phi 2 t plus whatever is this root 3 by 2 phi 3 t. no, sorry, this, yeah, square root of, because this is your this plus phi 4 tilde t, and phi 4 tilde t is, sorry, phi 3 tilde is, yes, so 3 by root. One second. Okay, so just my point is, now our aim is to represent this P4T. कैसे करोगे बताओ? Just trace it back. P4T is this plus this. P4T क्या है? This quantity you can call it as P14. P24, ये क्वांटिटी क्या है? phi 3 tilde t, एनर्जी ऑफ phi 3 मल्टीप्लाइड बाई phi 3 t, राइट? ये P4 है ना, ये फोर्थ, आई एम कंसीडरिंग फोर्थ वेव फॉर्म, दिस फोर्थ वेव फॉर्म, हाँ, सो फोर्थ वेव फॉर्म P4T क्या होगा? दिस प्लस दिस, राइट? जस्ट टेक इट देयर. नाउ आवर एम इज टू रिप्रेजेंट इट इन दिस टर्म. तो कैसे करोगे बताओ? यही तो है ना, रूट 2 by 3 5t is रूट 2 by 3 5 2 3 and same I think root. So this I am making mistake, phi 3 tilde t is 3 by root 2. So what is your phi 3 t? This is our phi 3 t. So root t by 3, ठीक है ना? So this will be your pi 4t. How much is it? Phi 1 root t by 3, root t by 3, and सही है ना? Please let me know if you have any doubt. आपको देखो phi 1, phi 2, phi 3 निकालना आ गया. Have you understood that point? Abhishek, though it is mathematically a bit complex for you and it will become easier as you do some exercise, that is a separate issue. But अभी आपको ये समझ में आ गया, if you have phi 1, phi 2, phi 3, how to write in terms of basis or not? ये आया कि नहीं? Have you understood it or not? बस, the method should be clear and the things will become easier as you do exercises, that's it. And as I will ask you to write Python code etc., it will become easier. But ये clear हो गया आपको कि नहीं? This thing, how I am again writing this. Once you have the waveform, once you have the orthonormal basis, you should be able to write P12, P22, P23, P24T. So क्या हो गया बताओ फिर ultimately? What is your P1T, what is your P3T, what is your P3T and what is your P4T? First of all, how many bases? 3 bases. P1T is देखो, P1T is root 3 by t, P1T is root 2 by 3 phi 1t, ठीक है ना? रूट 2 by 3 phi 1t 0 0. क्लियर? ये देखो, प्लीज हैव इट. P1t क्या है? वी आर जस्ट ट्रेसिंग बैक ना. अभी 5-1T निकालना आपने P1 से, तो आप यू कैन राइट इट लाइक दिस, राइट. नेक्स्ट P2T लिखना है. हाउ वुड यू राइट P2T? गो टू P2T. दिस इज योर P2T. यस और नो? सो मुझे बताओ, इन P2T यू कैन राइट दिस प्लस दिस और नॉट? P2T इज, अभी आपको P2T लिखना है तो कैसे लिखोगे? जस्ट लेट मी नो. हाउ मच 5-1T, how much 5-2T and how much 5-3T, right? And these are the scalar product of P2 with 5-1, P2 with 5-2, P2 with 5-3. This is what. So 5-1 कितना है इसमें? 0. 5-2 कितना है? Yes, correct. P3. So yes, and that combination P3T is this much of 5-1T, this much of 5-2T, right? So root T by, please let me know if I am making any calculation mistake. Zero of 5-3T. So सिमिलरली P4T क्या होगा? ये तो हमने ऑलरेडी लिखा हुआ है, राइट. प्लीज लेट मी नो इफ आई हैव मेड एनी मिस्टेक. So if these are the 4 waveforms you are using in order to transmit 4 bits, I mean sorry 5-1T, is there any mistake? This is 5-2T, okay, ठीक है. So for this particular waveform design, how many degrees of freedom you are using? 3. Yes or no? So here you will have 3 points and 3 waveform generators, 5-1T, 5-2T. Yes or no? And 0 will be mapped with root 3 by root 2 by 3, 0 0 root 3 by T 0 T by 6. ये पूरा है रूट. Just let me know if I have made any calculation mistake. Right? And now you have to, this is your first, this will be your second, and this you have to take as multiply it, sum it and set it. Correct? In the context of communication, this is the use of orthogonalization, Gram-Schmidt orthogonalization. I hope you have understood, right? And similarly you have to design your receiver. You will get 3 components. So अब receiver में क्या करोगे? Matchers या correlator बोलो अभी. So we will have a bank of correlator filters, multiply, integrate, and after time t, whatever value you get, there will be 3 values, and on the basis of these 3 values you have to decide 0 0 0 1 1 0. So you have to put it in an estimator function which will give you the value of these 3 numbers, or you have to decide 1 2 3 4. You can, if you call it 1 2 3 4, you have to decide the answer as 1 2 3 4, right? Correct? You understood my point? हाँ, तो So, it is a very general bit to waveform mapper which we have discussed here. BPSK, QPSK, etc. are a very special case of those. Today we have discussed a very general bit to constellation mapper. Understood my point? So, for the assignment is clear. What is the assignment? Right. Orthonormal basis, and you have to represent those waveforms in terms of those orthonormal basis. These points you have to map or calculate in Python. Try to do it in Python. Let us see. Let us see how you do that. Okay. Understood my point? And you should verify the two examples we did today using your code. You understood? So, this is the assignment number 9. For the rest of the assignment, I will float the where to submit it. Okay, but just do it. Gram-Schmidt procedure. You can name it Gram-Schmidt procedure, and you can do it. Okay. ठीक है. So, if you have any doubt, please ask. हाँ. Okay. ठीक है फिर. Thank you. Thank you.